In this video, I want to give you an overview of how you can quickly convert curl into Proc HTTP. This is very relevant if you are building with API endpoints inside of the SAS language and want to move as quickly as you can. As part of this, I will introduce a custom script that I've built that helps you to easily convert from curl to Proc HTTP. Let's dive right into it. So, as our example, I'm going to be using the SAS documentation for the SAS via REST APIs. That's of course linked in the description below. Now, what you see here is a shell curl command. You can also, of course, go to many different languages, but for this to work, be sure you select the curl version of the command. Next, we are just going to click into this, copy, and head on over to SAS Studio, where we are going to park this curl request for now. Next up, we are going to get the code snippet that helps us to convert curl into Proc HTTP. Again, linked in the description down below. Here you can see the code that I've written, and I'm just gonna click copy raw file, head on over to SAS Studio, and add this code to my result. Then we are going to take our curl request and update it a little bit. We have to remove the backslashes in here and also the new line breaks. So we all want everything just to be on one single line. So let's just walk through this quickly and add everything together. And then we are going to extract that and clean up our code bit here. And then you can see here this curl string. Now in here, you just want to make sure you have the semicolon at the end still, and we are going to paste the row we had before. Next up, you can see we have a couple of options on how to work with the actual API endpoints. First is the SAS authentication. Let's move this to 0 for now and see what this means if we change it to 1. Now, the idea here is you set this to 1 if you want to authenticate against the SAS via endpoint. Next is the output option. You can have ignore, so you don't want to do anything with the output. You want to print it to the log, you save it to a table, or create a JSON lib. I'm gonna leave it on 3 for the JSON lib. And if you chose 2, you have to specify a table name. So pretty straightforward. From here, we can already hit F3 and run our code. Now this will produce this type of output here, where you can see it created from our example curl string a proc HTTP command, and also gave us a bit of status handling, meaning it checks if there's an error in the response of the API endpoint, and we assign our output library. Now, what you see in here is that the SAS documentation calls it http://example.com, which you can see here in the documentation. And you can also see here this headers authorization bearer token. This is where we're going to be making use of the SAS authentication variable. Changing this to 1 will update our result in such a way that it will remove this authorization header and also create a new macro variable for us to make use of. Let's take a look. First up is this let statement up at the top, which gets the service base URL, meaning it grabs dynamically the host name of your SAS via environment that you are running this in. And this is then used in the URL, meaning it's now dynamic to your environment. Next up, you can see we've lost the header in here, but we have gained this O of bearer equals SAS services entry. This is here now to use the implicit authentication that you already have within your SAS session to authorize against the API endpoint as well. This dramatically speeds up your time to using the APIs, making it a lot easier to use. You now just have to copy over that code, into a new SAS program, paste it, and I like to use the format code option to make it look a bit nicer. And now this code is ready to run, giving us a result in seconds converted directly from the curl command. And you can see our out response, and we can take a look at what the API responds with. That's a really quick way to help you get up to speed a lot faster working with SAS via APIs from Proc HTTP and also other APIs that are available through curl commands. Hope this helps you in your daily work. See you next time. Bye bye.